So what is your word of the day? Let's start with that. For anyone new, the word of the day is something a word that's going to elevate us into our highest self today. So just kind of taking stock of where we are this morning. How do we feel? How's our mental health? How do we feel in our body? What is the word that's going to elevate us? What's a word that's going to, if we embody that word and we have that word in our mind as we go about our day, will that word really help us elevate and be our best self? Catherine, I am enough. A few words, yeah. Compassion, gently. Ooh, everyone's feeling kind of like chill. I'm on the same wavelength. My word, I was trying to put into one word. So I may have to give context to this word, but my word is king. And the reason why it's king is because at the beginning of the year, I pulled some tarot cards of what 2020 was going to mean. I might share with you at some point what I pulled at the time, which was confusing at the time, January 1st, but now it all makes sense. And one of the cards was King of Pentacles that I pulled, and the King of Pentacles is sort of someone who sort of sits in their throne and is more of an advisor, sits in that advisor position. And so the King of Pentacles is kind of like, you know, they're not out there going to get something. They're not out there making shit happen necessarily. They're sort of sitting back and they're making a lot happen by being calm. So my word today is to embody that card because that was a really good card at the beginning of the year. So what other ones? Facebook. Good morning, guys. Hi, Marissa. Hi, Brett. Hi, Kathleen. Hi, Remy. Hi, Shannon. I'm asking what your word of the day today is, guys. So put your word of the day in the comments. Shannon, you say strength. I hear you on that. We're going to get strong with our morning stretch, so I'll help. Okay, let's get started. Today we're just going to do more of a flow. We're going to let things flow, let things happen. And so no real theme, but we're going to do full body. We're going to do up, down, sideways. We'll do as many muscles as we can get in, and something that, you know, we'll just let one foot lead into the other. So if you trust me in that process, like I think you do, then we'll just do it. I'm gonna take a sip of coffee. Oh, it's so good this morning. Sometimes do you find that sometimes certain days things taste different? It's like exactly what you need, or I don't know. Maybe it's all in our heads. But regardless, if we're grateful, we're grateful. If it tastes great, looks great, feels great, then great. Okay, let's go wide here. Arms come up. Deep breath in. Let's do some wrist rolls here. Deep breaths. Let's close our eyes for a second. Really feel and kind of sit into our body. What does our body feel today? How do we feel in our body? Okay, arms are going to come down. Deep breath in. Let's open up the chest. I'm shoving my hips back like so, just getting the hamstrings online, coming down and stretching all the way down. Let's grab opposite elbows, side to side. Side to side here. And I want you to square your elbows off to your feet. So as soon as your elbow passes your foot, you're really going to feel that hamstring come online. And just breathe in as you go to one side, breathe out as you come to the other. And if you can straighten the hamstrings a little bit, that's great. But if you do straighten, I want you to squeeze your quads so you actually still stay in the hamstring. I don't want anything in the low back. Good, our hands are going to come onto the ground. We're going to have a seat. I want you to keep your heels on the ground as much as you can and go from side to side. If your heel comes off at the very end point of that lateral movement, that's good, because I want you to get into the calf a little bit. For the most part though, when you sit into the center, I want those heels on the ground. Our back is flat, arms are open. We don't want too much closedness here. Side to side, really getting into the groin. Any of you big lifters out there, strength training junkies, you might feel this one a lot. And of course, the opposite is true. Those who don't move, you feel this a lot too. Hands on the ground. We're going to scoop our hips back, come back to where we came from, and then slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. Squeeze our glutes, hip flexors come forward. We're just gonna go from side to side. I want you to push your hip flexors forward like there's a wall in front of you and go from side to side with your upper body, squeezing your glutes. It's almost like you want to touch someone with your hip and then touch someone with your hip. Side to side, open up. Good, one more. Good. Sorry, Facebook, you're getting my head cut off, which I'm sure is not helpful, so I'm just going to move you back. There we go. Okay. Cool. Next, let's do some ankle rolls. Really get into ankles. The ankles get they get a real shit deal sometimes. They don't get a lot of attention paid to them, but they do so much freaking work for us. Hiking, running, walking. Okay, other side. Try to get as large of a circle as you can. Good morning, everyone. Hi, Emmett. Nice to see you on here. Who else is in there? Timbu. You guys and your cryptic names. Okay, let's bring that leg behind. Knees together, let's get the quad. So to get the best quad stretch here, what we want to do, want the knees together, we want to shove the hip flexors forward. And it's almost like you're imagining your knee is in a bucket of cement, okay? And so you can't move the knee, you got to push your glute forward and push your quad forward in order for you to feel the quad get stretched. Otherwise, if I'm here, I'm not feeling anything. It's the difference between this and this. It's not a big difference, but it makes all the difference. Okay, let's switch. Other side. So my knee is in a bucket of concrete. I'm pushing my hip flexor forward, and I'm really getting that nice stretch in the quad. I'm, of course, pushing my heel into my glute behind me. Awesome. Okay, we're going to do a little flow. So let's go wide here. Let's bring the arms forward. Back is nice and flat. I'm kicking my hips forward. I'm spreading my fingers wide. I'm pushing something away from my shoulders, and I'm coming down. From here, I'm going to jump back. One leg comes up. We're going to go into a nice three-legged dog. My back heel is on the ground. My hands are more than shoulder distance apart. So if you guys are like here, I don't care. Just do what you can do. I'm pushing my forehead to the ground. I'm squeezing and making sure my elbows are nice and straight and strong. And then from here, I'm going to kick my foot forward between my hands, come into a nice lunge. I'm here, arms are wide, scooping up. My lower half is super strong. Coming all the way up, deep breath in. Hands come on the inside of that front foot. And I'm going to kick that foot back to where it came from. I'm going to straighten my back knee, kick back, and come up. I'm going to come back to where I came from here. Same thing, hands on the inside, come all the way up. Then I'm going to square my hands forward. Same thing again, I'm going to kick up, bring my heel to the ground, and come forward. Good, last one. All the way up, deep breath in. Really squeeze and straighten that back knee. Here, high plank. Okay, if you survive that, good job. Okay, ready for other side? I'm going to tuck this crazy shirt in. Okay, here we go, down dog. Right leg comes up, we're going to bend the knee. Okay, nice and strong here. Pedal that foot on the ground if it's really tight. Scoop forward between the feet. Arms scoop up, all the way up. Ground that front foot. Deep breath in, both hands on the inside of that knee. Inside that foot. Good, are you ready? We're going to go right back to where we came from. Scooping back, right leg comes up. Good, from here, flex that foot all the way in. Two hands on the inside of that foot. Straighten this back knee all the way up. Deep breath in. Exhale, come down, back to where we came from. Scoop that leg up. Good, breathe. Last one, hand comes up. All the way. Good, both hands down, high plank. Good, knees drop, wide, and child's pose. Hey, good work. Whew, nice deep breaths here. All where we are. We're gonna spread our knees a bit wider. Our feet are flexed out. We're gonna hang from side to side here, moving our upper body, getting into the groin a little bit. Breathing as you do it. If it doesn't feel pleasant, welcome to the club. I don't think this movement was made to feel pleasant, especially if you train adductors, lunges, squats, sumos. Okay, let's walk our hands back. And then very carefully, we're gonna pull those knees together. Good. Okay, last thing. Here we go. Let's just get those wrists nice and loose. Steven says, I'm like a bull in a china shop. I gotta make more room for this madness. That's a funny visual, Steven. You might, as we progress and as we keep moving and doing things, that a little bit more intense, a little bit more flowy. Yeah, you might want to make some room for yourself. But hey, you're here. Kudos to you. You know, the 5-minute morning stretch is always a crapshoot. You never know what you're going to get, right? Sometimes we're going to be super gentle. Sometimes we're really going to push some things, really get the blood flowing like this morning. A lot of you had words around being calm. And of course, isn't this life? How we get calm is by actually exercising and actually using energy, and then we feel that bliss at the end. So this is a good manifestation for that, getting us in that zone. Okay, ready for your morning prompt? I think there are some words I didn't see here. Okay, some words of the day. Hey team. Responsibility, compassion, play. I love that. Way to go. Okay, so the morning prompt is going to be a simple one. And it's going to be all around innovation. So my question for you of the day is, where can you innovate your life? Innovation means we're getting more of a result, or we're getting more of what we want for less energy, but I would say for less chaos. So innovation, you know, takes a 15-step process and pushes it to 2. Innovation doesn't mean more complication. Innovation means simplicity. One of the best things that I learned pretty early on in business was that whatever looks the cleanest, whatever looks the simplest is actually the hardest to do. It takes so much energy in order to innovate. But once you innovate something, the faster something is, the more simplistic something is, that's a sign of intense intelligence. There was a lot of planning, a lot of work put into that thing to make it like that. And our smartphones, our computers are all, you know, Tesla, you know, an electronic car. These seem very intuitive. You press a button, you go, it parks for you. But there's so much work put into that in order for humanity to progress. And so what kind of innovation can you do for yourself today? Where is there chaos in your mind? Where are you disorganized? Where are you running into meetings, not really knowing what outcome you want, or not knowing, you know, how you're going to connect with everybody in that meeting, or how it stays on brand or in line with the message of whoever or whatever you work for? And in terms of your personal life, you know, if you find yourself like trying to find things all the time, that's inner chaos. That's a sign of there needs to be some innovation. So where can you put your coffee beans by your coffee maker? Where can you put your face creams and your skincare right beside the sink? Where, you know, if you're looking for something, how is it more visible? How is it more, you know, accessible? And how do you make your life, your living life, more innovative and more kind of simplistic? That's really what it's about. So thanks so much for joining me this morning, guys. I saw a lot of familiar names. Hi, Lauren. Nice to see you here. Every morning, 8 a.m., I'm going to be here for you guys. And of course, if you have any suggestions, if you have parts of your body that need attention, I'm definitely always interested in helping you out. So let me know how I can do that. Have a really wonderful day, and I shall see you tomorrow. Bye, guys. Take care.